I've just been to the pharmacy to collect my medications, and there was a couple of things I didn't need this time, and it came to €14.71 for 3 packets. So I really don't think that's too expensive. There are a couple of things on my prescription that are quite expensive. For instance, I'm asthmatic, so I have 2 inhalers. I have the blue inhaler and the brown inhaler. The blue one I use all the time, and the brown one is more of a preventive, so you use it morning and evening. So I don't tend to use that one as much. So the blue inhalers, which I do have every month, I think are about €4 something, which for me is not a lot of money. But the brown ones are about €20. So, and I don't use it so often, so every once in a while I just cross that one off the list. But all in all, I will eventually be able to claim back my medical costs. I'm still in the process of becoming resident in France and getting my health insurance sorted out. They've told me to keep all the receipts for the doctor appointments and for the meds, so it's quite a good system here. So I'm going to have a little wander on. I've got to go back to Chateau de Pregirault because I've got to collect Tony. He's there with Adam doing some training. I still can't tell you just quite what that's about at the moment. You'll be finding out very soon, but it's a new venture between all of us, and they're both doing quite a lot of training in order that we can do this business that we've decided we're going to do together. So that's to come soon. In the meantime, I do like to have a little look about. I've got a bit of time to kill, so I'm going to do a roundabout route from where I am, the other side of our town, not going back through our town, which is the straightforward route, and see some of the local little villages that I probably haven't seen before. So I'm going to take you with me, and if I spot anything interesting along the way, I'll show you. So I'm just going to put it in the sat nav, so I know where I'm going, and I will just take a turning where I see fit, and then the sat nav will guide me back. Quite often like to wind the sat nav up. So the weather's cooled down. Weather's cooled down a little bit. We had some really hot weather and a lot of stormy weather last week. It's a little bit more overcast at the moment. But because we've been doing a lot of things for this project that I can't yet tell you about, it makes it a little bit difficult for me to do filming, because obviously I'm filming what we're up to at the moment, but I can't show it to you. So this is why I've took you on a little excursion with me today. But I've started finishing up the videos on the 1673 map, so I will be putting those out. Probably in 2 parts because there's quite a lot of that, and I'm thinking that I might just put out a couple of short vlogs as extras in between, so you can keep up with where we are, what we're doing, apart from the big project, and then we'll reveal that one when we're ready. People have also been asking me about Tony the Paint and Tracy Paint, and thankfully they are coming back out in a couple of weeks. They've made the arrangements to travel over, and we're all really excited to see them because it's been such a long time, and I think they're excited to come over as well and help us out with our new project, get on with their little house. So we're really looking forward to that. Well, I'm driving down the road I've never been down before. I can't see a lot to look at the moment, apart from lots of lovely green fields and trees. I do like to have a little scout around, see if I can find anything interesting. Probably just lots of cats. here, so obviously the farmers have been very, very busy. And they grow a lot of grain for the beer industry, I think. I think most of it gets shipped out to Belgium, actually. But because it's quite flat, most of the area up here is quite flat. There are little places where we can get good view, but I suppose it's perfect for farming fields full of barley and things like that. Alright. Now the Tour de France is on at the moment in various different stages, and I've got two cyclists here, so I'm giving them a wide berth. All the cyclists in France, can you see them behind me, are out in force at the moment. There's cyclists everywhere and they've all got all the cycling gear. It's lovely to see, actually. They really take their cycling seriously over here. Oh, and a nice field of white cows. I think these are the Limousin. They're a very popular breed around here. And then we have the orangey, gingery colour ones. One is the, oh no, the white ones are the Charolais, and I think the reddy, gingery colour ones are the Limousin. I might be wrong. I'm not a cow expert. What's down there? There's a walking trail that cuts across here. Saint-Hilaire de Randonnée. Something that's another thing that they really like in France. They do an awful lot of walking tours. We have quite a few around our town or from between towns. But there's some beautiful places to walk. So anyway, as I was saying, I've been driving for around 15 minutes now, but obviously you won't have been seeing all of that because I will cut out a lot of the boring bits. I'm usually quite lucky. I usually manage to find something interesting. I'll take these little detours. Oh, got a good view from here.
400 yards, bear right.
Yeah, there's nowhere to stop for me to show you, which is really unfortunate because we're going down the hill now. I don't know if you can see anything from behind.
Bear right.
Okay. Let me just see if I can just pull over here for a minute. And I will show you that we do sometimes have a little bit of scenery here. And there we have it. I've just pulled up the... I'm meant to be going around that way. Quite a nice little view there. Maybe I'll turn the camera around for a little while so you're not just looking at me. So I've turned the camera around a little bit so that you can see the view. Close it down slightly. There. So it may bounce around a little bit. Sorry about that. And we do still have Tony's insect collection on the windscreen, which is very difficult to remove. So let's hope you can see through that. Oh, off we go again. Let's see where she's taking us. Well, we do sometimes have a little bit of scenery. Can you see that? This is quite a nice little spot. They must have a nice view from that little house I've just drove past. Very pretty. Oh, and some nice cows as well. Right, I'm going to put my foot down in case somebody comes along. This is the little town that I programmed into the sat nav, so I'm going to have to reprogram it now. so that I can get to the chateau from here. I've never been in this little town before. Got a pretty little church though. There's a little bit of park over there. What is all this with all the shields? Ooh. I'm not sure what that is. Is what I'm looking at? Probably not. Oh, I have no idea what all this is about with all these shields. But yeah, it looks like some monument or something. But yeah, it's different. Look, Tyrol 1972, Austria, Israel on the side here, Greece. Wow, that's interesting. Right, let me turn around and carry on. I can reprogram my sat nav. I'll turn around and show you the church while I reprogram the sat nav. Actually, the clock is actually working, unlike our one in our town, which always says 12 o'clock. But then, as Tony likes to say with his old jokes, it's right twice a day. There's the church. Right. Hang on. Oh yeah, we're going to carry on where we were going. That should be right.
Turn right.
No, that's somebody's house. Fine, we're going over there, I think. It's not a very busy town, is it? We are going to a little town. We are going to a little town that I do know, which is another very pretty little town. I don't think I've shown you. It's called Saint-Hilaire en Ligne, and it's just below our town. Yeah, this is a very old town. Actually, this was here, and our town, which is the next town, was a little part of this town, and our part of town grew quicker than this bit did and ended up being the bigger town. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. There's the church. It's got quite an unusual roof shape. And there used to be a lovely restaurant here which was only open at lunch times. I'm going to pull over and give you a little bit of a view because I've just seen one out the corner of my eye. You see the view down there? I'm looking at that old building as well. Well, that's been there for some time, hasn't it? Oh, there's a butterfly. Oh wow, yeah, beautiful view off in the distance. Let's bring you back in. Lovely old barn attached to the back of this lovely building. The Forge. That was an amazing restaurant. We used to like to come here for lunch, but unfortunately it closed down. Not because of the pandemic, but because it closed down a couple of years ago. Again, lovely view right across the back there, past the memorial. Really nice, pretty church. Just pretty little buildings. It's a lovely little place. There's the Mary, and I think that was the little school, I think. How pretty is that? And as we come out of the town, we get another good view. Oh. This is the road. This is a totally different way into to our town
Turn left.
that I have never been
left.
to. This is very strange. Right. Oh, I know where I am. Coming around the back way. Yeah. This is our town. See how much busier it is. It's another one of our restaurants in front of us there. The Auberge du Chateau. Actually went in there for a meal the other night. It is a Reunion Island restaurant, which is sort of a Caribbean. Yeah, Reunion Island is one of the islands in the Caribbean. Anyway, we went in there and had a meal the other night with some friends.
I lied. Go on.
It's on your favourite colour plate, Deb.
Yeah. So what we
Had
do is
little samosas, they were okay,
okay, well, whenever
and
we
little
get
cod
oil,
balls and things which we
we'll go
shared
round
as a
the side of the
starter.
motor and we'll swap shirts.
I didn't film it actually, but we had a curry last night while we watched the England game where England beat Germany 2-0. The next match is on Saturday, but we are going to a different friend's chateau on Saturday evening, so we may not be able to watch that one. We've had an invite there. They might have it on. That actually is just up ahead here, so it's just outside our town. You can't see it at the moment because the trees are in the way, but I have shown you before. That's the one where the old Rolls Royce is in the bar. That's a very old chateau, that one.
Turn right.
Yeah, huge fields of sunflowers here. Oh, this way. Don't know why I'm indicating there's no one behind me or in front of me, there's no one in sight. Tony always tells me off, but it's not doing any harm, is it? Force of habit.
After 400 yards, bear right.
Oh, get a good view of Château-Neuf from here. Can you see the chateau and that beautiful church next to it that I filmed at Christmas time when it was all lit up? There it is, right on top of the hill up there. That's where we're heading for the minute, and the chateau is not far from there. The Chateau de Pregirault is quite close to there. I've just got to grab some shopping, something for tea. Ah, this is Venem. This is quite a pretty little place actually. I've been through here a couple of times. This is
After
quite a pretty little town.
300 yards, turn right.
Quite a lot of work going on to that building. Not quite sure what that is about. Oh, we're still very high up here. Although we can see the chateau at Château-Neuf on the top of the hill. It's a pretty building. Yeah, quite a pretty little place, this one. The river, yeah, it is. The River Cher now is right alongside me, so we must be quite close to the town. Can't really show you while I'm driving. Yeah, just coming into the town now. The river. We're not going in, it's flowing really fast at the moment. It was over the last couple of days, maybe 3 or 4 days, we've had some very heavy downpours. I filmed all the ice cubes all over my courtyard, didn't I? And of course all the rivers are all filled up now. It's, yeah, just coming into town from a different angle. Yay! Right. branches out in a couple of places here in town. There's another bridge. Over another branch of it. It's a slightly smaller one, that one. And then there's another one slightly further up here. Right. Here is another branch of it. I think we'll go and see.
100 yards, turn right, then bear left.
So right in here, actually. There's this lovely park here, lovely facilities. They do actually do the slalom canoeing, and they have, it's like a water theme park. They have the giant see-through blow-up balls that you can get inside, and the donut rings and all that type of thing. So it's a brilliant place for coming with the kids during the holidays. And we will definitely be back here when we're allowed. And we have the river going either side of us. Let's just show you. Oh, it's flowing really fast, isn't it? It's usually very clear here, but obviously with all the wet weather it's churned it all up. Usually you can see some huge fish in here. There's the bridge over the river there. And it's very picturesque, isn't it? There's some kids over there on their bikes. So. Oh, hello little blackbird. Oh. Female one, I think. Anyway, so yeah, there we have the river there. And it's almost like rapids slightly further up there. I think they have competitions here for the slalom, but it's also somewhere where you can pay to come in and just have fun. They do have this little tower over here in this lovely garden. That's really pretty, isn't it? And a sort of a waterfall, which, as you can see in the distance, can you see the donut things over there in the distance? And you can just see the water cascading down there. That's part of the water park, I think. And a very pretty garden with the tower. You can see the church up there and part of the chateau next to it as well. That's quite a good picture actually, through those trees. Oh, and this is what I like to call a runner bean tree. I don't know what it's called actually, but it has these really long seed pods that look like runner beans. It's really pretty actually. We've got some in the town square. Well, let's show you the other part of the river. Yeah. Oh, up there we can see the main chateau that overlooks the town. I don't know if it's got a name, that one, but the whole town is called Château-Neuf, so it's the Chateau de Château-Neuf, I believe. I've never been in it. I don't think you're allowed to go in it at the moment. Apparently it's not in very good state of repair, although I have seen works being done to it. Yes, the river's very high on this side as well. See how high that is. Wow, that's running really fast.
Turn right, then bear left. Bear left, then you have reached your destination.
There's that beautiful church in front of us. to do some shopping, and then round the corner back to the chateau. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too wobbly, and I'll see you all again soon. Here's the supermarket. This is the Porte de Bourges, the main gate into the town. This is the high street. And guess what this is? The non-existent one, which is there, which is now a garden, which is probably this part of. Point we believe the little house here, which could have been here at that age. We think it had an adjoining building, which is now where that little garden is, which belongs to the house behind the little house. So where the little house is now, on this corner, next to it now, there is a garden entrance where this shows another building,